Olori Toby Phillips has no choice at this point but to pack her things and leave the One's palace, as it has become necessary that she leaves. Will she come back? It is a question that we cannot answer now. But let's look into the brighter future of things, because Olori Naomi, with the court order, she has taken over every single thing. Olori Naomi is legally married to the Oni, but these women found pleasure. They found it so much in making sure that they distort Naomi. They make sure that Naomi does not live a peaceful life in the palace. So they kept on doing things over and over again that will make Naomi be on the line of leaving the palace. At some point, they achieved, because Naomi left the palace in December 2020 with her son, Prince Tedenikawo. Until today, it has been rumor upon rumor that Naomi will return, Naomi will come back, Naomi will do this, and Naomi will do that. That is what we have been hearing over and over in the palace concerning Olori Naomi's return. And right now, no, the court, we brought it to your notice some days ago that the court have ruled in favor of Olori Naomi. All the cases, every single thing she brought before the court, and she gave them um all the cases, every single person she took before the court have ruled in her favor. And right now, she have the liberty, she have the leverage to do whatsoever she wants to do in the palace. And one of the things Naomi is doing is to take over every single thing she's meant to take over. And right now, Toby Phillips packed packed her things and completely left the palace. My people, oh, we all said that let it not get to this. Yes, let it not really get to this, because when it gets to this, it will seem like Olori Naomi is actually wicked. She's this, she's that. People will actually say, people will actually say a lot of things. Yes, people will say a lot and a lot of things. But in the end of it, do we look at the things these women do too? Or is it that when Naomi does something, then it becomes the peak of discussion? Because right now, Toby packing out of the palace is not even what people are discussing. It's the fact that Olori Naomi won in the court ruled in her favor, and then right, everybody that she had a case again is now at her mercy, is a fact that everybody is talking about. Could we also look at the fact that a lot is happening, that Olori Naomi also has the right to every single thing she's doing. Naomi has the right to. Naomi is one person who at least we should also give her some credit. Naomi is a human being. Yes, we say that Naomi is a prophetess, she's a woman of God, who has feelings, who has emotions, who has a life to live, and is also a human being. Yes, let's not forget that fact. Let's not forget that fact all of a sudden, that is who Naomi is. So right now, no, Naomi has taken over every single thing that is needed to be taken over in the palace. And upon that note, she has made it known to everybody that I am in charge. Yes, I am in charge. And Naomi being in charge, I know it will not favor anybody, except it will favor Elizabeth, it will favor Ashley, if they have really, really calmed down. And then Tomitope, who had her birthday some days ago, if she would calm down, she would really, really celebrate or enjoy Naomi being in charge. But as it stands right now, people like Toby Phillips, people like Ronke, Miriam would not enjoy the fact that Naomi has come to take over, or Naomi is in charge. No, they will not appreciate any single thing at all. And upon that singular fact, Toby Phillips have packed her things. She has deliberately packed her things to leave the palace. Remember, Naomi did not send her out yet. Naomi would end up getting dragged for the fact that Toby has packed her things to leave the palace. Right now Toby has right now Toby has left the palace, and her leaving the palace, it is beginning to be something that everybody is dragging Olori Naomi for it. Yes, that she has That she has finally succeeded in sending Toby out of the palace. That was what she wanted. But remember, when Olori Naomi returned into the palace during that phase where they were saying that, and Naomi will come back, Naomi will come back, it was Naomi who sent for Toby Phillips because she felt she felt that Toby being around was going to be great, and Naomi knew to a very large extent that Toby was not going to be with another man, despite the fact that she did all of those her showcasing, showface that she wanted to leave the Oni, she was going to leave and blah 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 and all of those things. Yes, she knew that Toby was not going anywhere despite any of those things. So it was Naomi who invited Toby to the palace. And even at that invitation, you could remember that when Toby came, everybody was like, ah, Naomi, hope you know what you are doing. Oh yes, hope you know what you are doing, because seriously, if you would not know what you are doing, then this thing you are doing, it would not help matters in any way at all. Yes, it will not help matters in any way at all, because Toby is one person that if she's out, let her be out. If Toby has said I've left the palace, then allow her leave the palace. Toby is not someone that if she leaves the palace, then you go and drag her and tell her to come back, because Toby has these tendencies of becoming to be someone whom you yourself would not like. Yes, you yourself would not like. So but it was still Naomi who brought Toby back into the palace. On bringing Toby back into the palace, the news of Toby being pregnant broke out, and then all of us know how the Oni does his thing. No matter what happens, if you are pregnant for the Oni, then you are staying there, you are going to put to bed, you will bring forth that child, and he will see the child. So right now, no, my people, now waiting they happen be that in the midst of Toby deciding to leave the palace, people are still dragging Naomi. That is because Naomi took over every single thing. But remember all that has befell this woman. It's so much. It's so much. It is not just one thing. It's not just two things. It is not just something that we could just overlook. A lot has happened. A lot and a lot has happened to to determine Toby leaving the palace. Toby herself have done a lot of things that will cause her to leave the palace. So at this point, oh, people dragging Naomi, they don't just have a job. This is what they want to do today to earn a living. But in the midst of this all, know that a lot of things that happened, Toby, all the evidence that came out on all the evidence that came out concerning her child, her children, those twins, all the evidence that came concerning them, is something that Toby herself has not been at peace. Because remember when the only said I will completely destroy you? Yes. So all of those things are all together, my people. All of them are put together.